I am very sleepy, which is the perfect topical mood to be in, considering that I want to talk about dating fatigue and burnout and that feeling like, am I going to be single forever? Am I ever going to meet my person? And when is it going to happen? Dating requires so much energy. It requires time, resources, and also that like emotional expenditure of putting yourself out there. And we all know that modern dating culture is just a fast track to burnout. You know, the dating apps are making it easier and more accessible to meet people, but that's also leading to indecision paralysis and feeling super overwhelmed. Like, yes, you can spend hours and hours on these apps talking to people, swiping through profiles, but we need to actually see like what is worth our time and our energy. Because if you do get caught in this cycle where, you know, you're going on an app, for example, you're seeing someone who you think you might be attracted to, you go out on a date and then you realize that you're not actually aligned values-wise, or it's just not gonna work, and it is absolutely exhausting. So I had a little browse around for what like relationship coaches are saying are the 3 absolutely essential topics or conversations that you need to have with someone, either in text before meeting with them or definitely on that first date, just to see if it is actually worth your time, especially if you are dating to marry, which as Christians, as Catholics, that's really like our ethos, because we are discerning this vocation of family life and we're trying to find our partner in that, and who ultimately is going to help get us and hopefully our future family to heaven. So it's not just to pass the time, it's not dating as a hobby, and it's certainly not, you know, entering into this kind of modern hypersexualized hookup culture, or dating for dating's sake. Like, this is actually dating intentionally, and the intention is to get married and to build a family. So if that is the mindset and the heart that you're dating in, then these are the questions that will help that posture moving forward. Question number 1 is finding out what their intentions or goals are for dating. You know, are they actively looking for a long-term relationship, or are they just testing out the waters and seeing where things go? If you are dating to marry, don't be afraid to say that, because you want to find people who share that same goal. It's not some weird thing to say, like it's a very healthy, holy, and actually very normal desire. But like our current modern society, which has become really anti-family, makes you feel scared to say that. It's not too intense. It's okay to be like, yeah, my intention is to date to marry. You're not saying like, my intention is to date and marry you. You're just saying that is my intention, and that's fine. So you do want to see that, because you don't want to end up with someone who's like, oh, I'm just passing the time, or I just wanted to find someone in the city to spend the winter with, or whatever it is. Like, you need to know that they've got that same vision and that same goal for their life. Number 2 is finding out how they spend their free time. This question can obviously give you insight into shared interests, hobbies, values, and so much more. And it's a light topic as well, because of course, your first date, you really do want to keep it light, and you do want to be a delight as well. And I love the fact that that rhymes. But obviously you don't want to, like, you're not trying to trauma bond with this person, but you are trying to see like if there is a connection and a spark, because otherwise you are really going to burn out, and you are going to have dating fatigue if you're meeting people who don't have the same values as you and don't have the same alignment and goals. That's just going to be exhausting. So, you know, find out things like, do they prioritize health and wellness? Are they social butterflies? What can you learn about them that might give insight into your potential future together? And these are all fun and light topics as well. And you just have to have that curiosity about the other person. That's going to really help you to find out these things. And third is to ask if they have learned anything from a past relationship, or what they're looking forward to in a future relationship. It's a little bit of a trick question, apparently, because you're wanting to see if they can respond with like an insightful lesson that they've learned, or an idea of what your relationship might look like together. And I guess what we're really trying to do here is to see if they can handle a serious and direct question about a relationship. And this is because you are looking for a life partner and not a project. Let me repeat that. You're looking for a life partner, not a project. And since I love alliteration, I'm also going to say you are also not looking for a placeholder, and you're not looking to be a placeholder. I know that the wait can feel agonizing, and sometimes like the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years, and you're like, how did I get this age? What happened? And I get it. But really, if God could tell you right now, like, you're gonna meet your person at this age, 29, 32, 35, whatever, and if you had the knowledge of when this person was coming, you would probably live your life so differently. Because sometimes there is a temptation that we want to pass the time with someone, or we feel lonely and we think that someone else is going to fix that. And yes, they might for a little bit. And yes, having someone is amazing. Having someone to go out on dates with, to help you in IKEA, to help you build flat pack furniture, like all these things, to share a meal with, to dance in your kitchen with. I get it. Like, it's so beautiful. But you do not want this person to be a placeholder. You want to wait and hold out for your person in the same way that you're hoping that your person is waiting for you. I think filling our gaps, just in the same way that as a society we're quite terrible with silence and we always want to fill the silence with something. Don't fall into that trap when it comes to your dating life and your relationship status. You do not need to fill the gap right now. If you've not met the right person, that is okay. We just have to really trust God and trust His plans and His timing. And of course, be proactive in that. I'm not saying like just sit at home and expect God to send you your spouse to your door. Although I wonder if that has happened, because I guess some people have fallen for their delivery men or whatever. But, you know, be realistic about it, be proactive, but also work with God. You know, pray, be proactive, be in spaces where you think you might meet someone with aligned values, and put yourself out there. And yes, that might mean online. I'm totally not against online. It's just not something I'm doing right this second. And become obsessed with being approachable. Like, just say to yourself, like, I am approachable, and just learn, like, practice it when you go to a restaurant. Have some small talk with the waiter, you know, or you go to a coffee shop, just like say something a bit more to the barista. Don't just be like, thank you, just be like, thank you so much, I love that top, or like, thank you so much, I really like this latte art, or whatever you're gonna say. But just practice the art of conversation, practice the art of having that charisma and being approachable, because then people are going to come to you, and you are just putting out there like, I am approachable, and when it's the right time, the person is going to find me. Obviously, I feel like this is more applicable to women, because we're trying to be like very magnetic and like, yes, please do approach me, please do pursue me. But I also just think that it's just really good to have that mentality, like a mentality of abundance, not scarcity. So next time you're feeling like, I'm done with this dating thing, I just don't care. And I'm guilty of this. I've been like, I really want to be married and have a family, but I don't want to date. And yes, unfortunately we do, or fortunately, because also you get to meet great people. So have that posture of curiosity. Don't bring the past and problems that you've had in the past and put them on other people as well, because don't punish others for the sins of other people. And, you know, try and have an open heart. Try to see each day as a new day. You know, the Bible says that every morning God's mercies are new, and I think that's such a beautiful quote, that every morning we can be renewed, you know, and refreshed, and God is there for us every morning with brand new mercies. So like, even if we can just be like a teeny tiny ounce of that, have that kind of energy in our life, like, yes, okay, maybe yesterday was a bad day, maybe last week you had a terrible date, but tomorrow's a new day. And you have to go in with that positivity and that encouraging mindset that like, maybe this is the one, maybe it's not, maybe this is a lesson, maybe this is a stepping stone, but just see it all as fruit. Like, it all can be fruitful. If it's not a good experience, you can learn from it. If it's a great experience, that's amazing. If it was just, you know, a met experience, maybe there's something else that you can learn from yourself from that. So try to go in with this spirit of gratitude for another person, excitement and hope. Don't lose hope, because hope deferred is incredibly painful. Proverbs says that in the Bible. But, you know, continue to have that hope, continue to pray, and just be rooted in Christ, because at the end of the day, I think if we enter our dating journey with that full knowledge of our own worth, our own inherent dignity, then it's like you can always walk into any dating situation with your head held high, and you can walk out of any dating situation with your head held high. And that's a good place to be. So good luck with your dating journey, and remember to not let yourself get burned out. Don't let yourself feel like you've got that dating fatigue. You know, have a goal, yes, have these values, and try to bring up these topics so that you can really see if this other person is actually worth going on a date with. Because if they are just trying to, you know, find a placeholder, that is not you. You do not want to be a placeholder. If you're dating to marry, you know, you want to go in with that mindset and just be delightful. Keeping it light for the first few dates because you want to try to really get to know them, but also strategically finding out, you know, like, are we on the same page? Because that's gonna make your dating journey so much easier. If you're already on the same page, then all you need to know is, do I like this person? Can I see myself falling in love with this person? And of course, that's not as easy as I'm making it sound, but it can be. It doesn't need to be so complicated. We don't need to make it so complex. So anyway, I hope that this is encouraging and that you feel less tired. I actually do feel exhausted. It is past 11, so I'm gonna go to bed. But good night and God bless. And also good morning and good day. I don't know what time you're watching this, but yeah, anyway, God bless, bye.